Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to jump right into the tutorial today. I'm taking these two neutral shades from a Morphe palette. I'll have everything specifically linked down below. And I'm taking it on a big fluffy brush and I'm putting this in the crease of my eye. And this is going to act as the transition shade for all of the other bold colors that we're going to go in with. I am then going in with the shade Access from the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection, and I'm taking it on that same brush and I'm putting that in my crease exactly where I put our transition shade. I am then going to be taking this bright orange from that same Morphe palette I used earlier, and I am taking it on the same brush I've been using and putting that in my crease as well. I'm starting out on the lower crease of my eye, blending that back and forth, starting on the outer corner of my eye, so that is where the most pigmentation goes, and then blending it inward and then upward. Now to get into the inner corner, I'm going to lift my eyebrow to really get the color in there nicely and make sure it is nicely blended. Moving on to the other eye, doing the exact same technique, starting on the outer corner and dragging it inward and then upward when the product leaves the brush. This will just ensure that everything is nicely blended and that there aren't any harsh lines. I am then going back in with that yellow shade Access from the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection, and I'm going to take that on the upper crease of my eye to blend out that orange shade that we just put down. This is just going to help give everything a nice ombre effect and also blend out any lines from the orange shade. I'm then going in with the shade Zobo. In this picture, it looks like kind of like a purpley shade, but it's actually a pretty bright pink on the skin. So I'm taking that on my lower crease where I first put that orange shade, and then I'm going to blend upward. I'm just kind of mixing this color over top of the orange, and it gives it such a pretty color. I'm just going to basically layer this color a few times until it is as intense as I want it to be. So I'm literally just going back in and dipping my brush into that shade and starting out on the lower crease of my eye, outer crease of my eye, and taking it inward and upward to blend and intensify that color. I'm then going back in with that shade Access, and just like I did with the orange shade, I'm going to be putting that on my upper crease to blend out that pink shade that we just did. Again, this is to blend and give it that nice ombre effect. I'm going back in with the Juvia's Place palette, and I am taking the shade Mally. It's this shimmery green shade, and I'm spraying a flat shader brush to make sure this color is super intense. And I'm just putting this on the inner corner of my eye. I'm going to kind of transition from green to blue to purple, and I'm starting with this color, the lightest color on the inner corner, so everything goes darker on the outer part of my eye. I'm then taking the light blue shimmer shade, which is called Zola, and I'm putting that kind of on like the middle-ish part of my eye, and I'm blending it into that green shade, kind of layering over a little bit of it as well, so it all blends nicely so it doesn't just go green, blue, blue, purple. I'm then taking this bright blue shade Dahlia. Honestly, this shade is why I bought the palette. And I am taking that kind of on the middle / outer part of my eye and layering that over the lighter blue shade as well. Again, just so everything transitions nicely and there aren't any harsh lines, and just so it all blends nicely. I'm going back and forth with using my finger and a brush just to really build up and intensify the color. I'm taking this purple shade called Makita, and I'm taking it on basically a pencil brush and putting that on the outer corner of my eye, or the outer V, going back in with my finger to intensify and deepen up that color and just blend everything nicely together. I built these shades up a few different times. I just kept going back in, building it up until it was as intense and colorful as I wanted. See, again, going back in with the green, then go back in with the light blue, then the dark blue, and then the purple. The key to more dramatic looks is to be patient and just keep building it up. It can be very intimidating. As you can see right here, I'm over it and I wasn't liking how it's turning out, but it worked. I'm going in with this dark matte purple shade from that first Morphe palette that we used, and I'm going to blend that into my crease. And this is just going to give the eye look a little more darkness in the crease, kind of blend everything together. Honestly, I think this is where the look started to come together. As you can see, I was a little frustrated before. It just wasn't turning out how I wanted it to, but again, that is when you don't put the makeup brush down, you keep going until it turns out how you want it to. And I can say this is probably one of the best looks, one of my favorite looks I've done, and that's because I didn't quit. I wanted to quit so many times in the beginning, but I just kept going back in with different colors until it turned out how I wanted it to. Just don't give up, keep going in, blending, putting in different colors, and it will turn out how you want it to. I'm then going in with this Milani Hypnotic Lights. It's a holographic eye topper, and honestly I think this really pulled the look together, and this is where I started to become even happier with the look. I'm just putting that on like all of the blue eyeshadows, so I am not taking it all the way in the inner corner and I'm not taking it all the way to my outer corner as well, just basically the inner third of my eye. And then once that dries, I'm going back in with that purple shade and blending everything to make sure that there aren't any harsh lines and that everything blends nicely. Going back in with that light blue shade and then the purple shade. Again, like I said, you just gotta keep working with it. I am then taking some makeup remover and getting off all of the fallout from underneath my eyes. It was pretty bad, but we worked with a lot of different colors. I'm then going to be concealing some areas that I need a little bit more coverage, and I'm using my beauty blender to do so. Again, all of the specific products will be linked in the description box below. I'm then going in with my Nars Sheer Glow foundation. Nothing has changed. I haven't been on YouTube in a while, but I'm still using this foundation and I will probably always use it. I can't get rid of it. I can't do anything new when it comes to foundation. This is just absolutely my holy grail. I've been using it for years. And just the combination between that foundation and the beauty blender is like a dream for my skin, and my skin just loves it. So just taking that foundation all over my face on my damp beauty blender per usual. Always take it down your neck, don't forget the neck. I'm then going into basically heavily conceal / highlight. I'm taking a concealer that is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, nothing too crazy, just about one shade lighter, and I'm putting that underneath my eyes. And this is where I'm going to start to kind of sharpen up the edge of that eyeshadow, give it a nice, sharp, clean look. And I really like to use my concealer to do that because it just makes it so sharp and so clean when you use your concealer to basically clean up your eyeshadow. So I'm just taking my concealer under my eyes, cleaning up the eyeshadow, and then also the inner parts of my face as well. Again, nothing has changed here, same technique I have been doing since I have been on YouTube. I went ahead and did my brows off camera, and then I am back and I'm setting just where I put my concealer. I am never one to set my entire face. I don't think I ever will be. I just don't like the look of it on my skin. My skin does better and looks better when I just set the areas with concealer. So that is what I am doing just to make sure the concealer doesn't move. Then I'm going to start working on my lower lash line. Again, I think this is another point where I really started to like the look. I'm first starting out with that matte purple shade from the Morphe palette, and I'm taking a pencil brush and I'm putting that right up against my lower lash line and blending it inward. Starting out on the outer corner because that's where I want the most pigment to be, and then taking it and dragging it on the inner corner and basically just blending and buffing that out. It's going to get pretty smoky under here. I'm then taking a different pencil brush and I'm taking that pink shade from the Juvia's Place palette and I'm putting that underneath the purple shade, so it's kind of gonna be like an ombre effect underneath as well. I'm going back and forth with the purple and the pink just to deepen and intensify everything. Again, just building up the colors for this look is key. I'm then taking the Kat Von D, it's like a holographic little triangle palette, and I'm putting one of the blue shades on the inner corner of my eye for that inner corner highlight, and then just taking a champagne color for my brow bone highlight. I'm then going in with this blue eyeliner. It's just like a really bright like peacock blue, and I'm putting that on my waterline. Again, I think this step also pulls the look together. There are a lot of things that you just start doing that the look just really starts to come together at the end. I went ahead and put lashes and mascara on off camera, and then I am going to go ahead and start to contour / bronze my skin. And I am using the it's the Too Faced Natural Face palette, and it smells like coconut. It's so nice. So I'm just going to be contouring my cheekbones a little bit and then taking it up onto my cheeks to give myself a nice sun-kissed look. And again, my forehead as well to contour / mainly bronze. Again, if you've watched my videos in the past, you know this is the same technique that I have been doing for a really long time now. And there is my fiance being super supportive. I'm then taking the blush from that same Natural Face palette and just applying this on my cheekbones to give my skin just a little bit of color. And I'm also using the highlighter powders from there as well, putting it on my cheekbones, taking it around my eyebrows, down my nose, and basically just the center parts of my face. And then for lips, I am just going to go in with a nude glossy lip. I'm lining my lips with a nude lip liner from NYX, and I'm just going to go over it with a gloss. And I love how this look turned out, and I hope you guys too. It's just so fun. Not sure where I'd ever wear it, but you know, it was just really fun to do, and maybe I will recreate it and wear it out one day. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of my videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.